Islam Yabashimian Shabakata, Priest and Officer 5000 Zarak Bani Awadah, the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge. This is the ISUPK Detroit Sabbath service. We're going to go ahead and get started momentarily. If you can bear with me 1 second. Without further ado, we'll go ahead and stand at a modium. La Yasha'Allah, which means to Israel. All right, we're Pranak Odam, which means to face the east. Lord's Prayer in Hebrew, Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakufka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Hayah, Ashah, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemayim, Natalanawa, Lakam, Kayawam, Wasalatanawa, Kabawapnawa, Kasalatnawa, Kabawapyanawa, Wala'a, Tabia'anawa, Manasana Wana Ball, Awshanawa, Mayan, Rak, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Waha Alawata Aparat, La'awalamyam, Aman. Lord's Prayer in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. I catch the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Babu Kashad, Natalanawa, Hakach, La Pa'a, Kamakala, Wakamarawa, Hakach, La Tahar, Amatazaria, Hakach, La Kwayam, Amatium, Hakach, Arakawat, Atama'ala, Ladar Shan, Ba'ashem Yahushai, the water Aman. Hakach the power in the English. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it. Blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh Yahushua, wa ma'arta Allah, wa alahayim, matazabya, alawap yahana, ha-alawapyam, ha-sabranyam, ha-kwarazanyam, ha-kakayam, wa-akwakyam, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, the water Aman. Blessings in the English. Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahushai, and Michael, and the angels, man and general Yahana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh in the name of Yahushai. Thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew, Asha'ah, Ayanya, Al-Hahariah, Ma'ayan, Yama'a, Azariah, Ma'an, Yahweh, Asha, Shemaiah, Wa'arataza, Ayatan, Lamawat, Regalka, Ayanawam, Shemalka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shemalka, Yahweh, Tazarka, Al-Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamar, Hashemash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarak, Bayayala, Yahweh, Yashemarka, Makar Yashamar, Apnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'athka, Wabawa'athka, Ma'athah, Wa'ai Awalam. Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha'Allah shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, al-Damayalaka, al-Takarash, wa-al-Tashakwat, al-Hayahana, al-Yabyaka, Yahamayawan, Ra'ash, al-Aimaka, Ya'aram Yamwa, Sawadah, Wayataya Tazwa, Altazapawanyaka, Amara, Lakawa, Wanakaki, the Magaria, Wala Ayazakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Awadah, Kaya, Nawa Tazwa, Laba, Yakadwa, Ayaka, Baya, Yakarakwa, Alahaya, Arawam, Wayashamai, Alahayam, Mawa'aba, Wahagariam, Gabar, Wa'amawan, Wa'amalak, Palasha, Amyashabia, Tazawar, Gam Ashawar, Nalawa, Aimam, Hayawa, Zarawa, Labayalawa, Salah, Asha, Laham, Kamadian, Kasayasara'a, Kayabian, Manakal, Kwayashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayandara'a, Hayawa, Daman, La'adama, Shayatamwa, Nadayatmawa, Ka'ira, Wakiza'aba, Wakizabak, Wakatazar, Mana'a, Kal Nasiyakamwa, Asha, Amara, Narasha, Nanawa, Na'awak, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagagala, Kakwash, Lapayarawaka, Ka'ash, Laba'ira, Ya'ira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Harayam, Kathar Datma, Basairaka, Wabasawa, Patka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Walawan, Waibakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Waibahawa, Aya'ai, Waikaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya Da'adwa, Kayatha, Shamka, Yahawa, Labaka, Ayawan, Alkahal Ratazah. Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult. They that hate thee have lifted up the head. They've taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They've said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasha'Allah may be no more in remembrance. They have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Selah, do unto them, as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Japheth, at the brook of Kaiser, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their numbers like a red, and like Zeb. Yea, all the princes at Zebah, and there was Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O Yahweh, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burning wood, and as the flame set up the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm, and fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Yahweh. Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. All right, so, what you mean to turn? Yeshabia, what you mean to be seated? We'll be starting at Genesis, the 49th chapter. So we'll be starting at Genesis, the 49th chapter. We'll be starting at verse 15. We're going to do 7 verses from there. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49, and verse 15 in the Hebrew. Wayarah, Wanaka, Kaya, Tawab, Wa'ah, Harataza, Kaya, Nayama, Yata. It's like a Wayata, Shakamwa, Lasabal, Wayahaya, Lamasa, Ibad, verse 16. Dan, Yadayan, Amawa, Ma'akad, Shabayat, Yasha Allah, verse 17. Yahaya, Dan, Nakash, Alaya, Darak, Shapayapan, Alaya, Iraq, Hanashak, Aquabaya, Sawas, Wayapal, Rakabawa, Akra'ah, verse 18. Layasha wa Apyak, Krawayapya, Yahayawa, verse 19. Gad, Gad Wagad, Yaga, Wadanwa, Wahawa, Yagad, Iqua, verse 20. Mawa'ah, it's like Mashah, Shamna, Lakamwa, Wahawa, Yathan, Mayadanya, Malak, verse 21. Napathlaya, Ayala'a, Shalaka, Hanathan, Amariah, Shapar, verse 22. Bun, Parath, Yawasap, Bun, Parath, Alya, Ayan, Banawa, Tazada, Alaya, Sharar. And that's up to verse 23. In the Hebrew, we're going to go ahead and get it in the English. So, This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 15 in the Hebrew. And he saw that rest was good, and the land that it was pleasant, and bowed his shoulder to bear, and became a servant unto tribute. All right, so this right here is speaking on the tribe of Issachar. As we went over last week, we seen how he was a strong ass, meaning what? Issacharites, so-called modern day Mexicans, they work very hard, man. They work all day long, man. They can go work and work and work, man. They put in a lot of work. So that's why it says when you go up to 14, it says Issachar is a strong ass couching down between two burdens. Meaning what? That, like a donkey, you know what I'm saying? They carry loads. You get what I mean? Like it carried tough weight. The weight that those Issacharites carry, those Issacharites, man, work their tails off. You put them in the field, you put them in a farming field, they are going to work. They're going to till the ground. They're going to till the ground the best. You understand? And guess what? The so-called oppressor, they take the so-called Mexicans. You know what they do with them? They pay them $2 an hour, you understand, to do some extraneous, you know what I'm saying, treacherous work, which is slavery. You understand? They take advantage of the Issacharites, put them in cages. That's who are we talking about right now. All right? And then it says this. Verse 16, Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel. Verse 17, Dan shall be a serpent by the way, an adder in the path, that bitteth the horse heel.
So Dan shall judge his people. Dan is a tribe that got too small later on down the line, and they couldn't be a tribe no more. So they mixed in with the Colombians. They in the islands. They all over in that area. So they're gonna be the ones that judge their own people as one of the tribes of Israel. You got to 17?
Kind.
And it says they shall be a serpent by the way. Like a serpent is a sneaky, crafty animal. It's sitting on the side. It's almost like the damn police, like these damn Europeans that sit back and wait on the prey. And that's what a serpent is going to do. It's going to sit back and wait. Go ahead.
Kind. An adder in the path that biteth the horse's heel.
It's going to bite the horse's heel and make the rider fall off. Somebody that on their high horse, you know, thinking they doing something, they're going to get punished.
So that his rider shall fall backwards. Verse 18, I have waited for thy salvation, O Lord. 19, Gad, a troop shall overcome him.
A troop is like an army. So Gad is the North American Indians. The North American Indians, and these are curses in Genesis 49 that help identify who the 12 tribes of Israel are, who each tribe is. So based on these curses and based on the blessings that's in Deuteronomy 33, you add those together, you come up with who each tribe is. Gad says a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last. Meaning, an army is going to overcome him, which is the oppressor, the Caucasian, the devil that the Bible speaks of. He came over here from Europe and overcame the North American Indians. And it says but he shall overcome at the last. The North American Indians gonna win because in war you don't let the enemy live. You crush your enemy totally. For some reason, through the blessings of the Most High, the Edomites wasn't able to crush the Gadites totally, meaning they let us live and we're going to take over at the end of the day.
Yeah, right. And if I could add too, sir, you know what I mean? That troop that overcame Gad was very true, especially here in America. Christopher Columbus, you know what I'm saying? And all of those Europeans that sought it and looked in the Bible and used the Bible to come to America to overcome the Gadites. You know what I mean? And they made 150 peace treaties with them and broke every single last one of them. Never kept none of them. Just like to add.
Yep, so, you know, with tactics of war and persuasion and coercion, that's how that troop overcame Gad. Because if it was just war, then they would have never stopped. How do you win a war? Because you got to let the enemy know that you ain't his enemy no more. You got to make him believe that. Once the enemy believes that you're not his enemy no more, then you done lost the war. This is why blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians don't even know who the hell their enemy is, because they think their enemy is their friend. They think it's all gravy. So that's how Gad was be able to be overcame.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 49 and verse 20. Out of Asher his bread shall be fat.
So out of Asher is the Colombians. All right, they got a lot of resources in Colombia. And it says his bread shall be fat. You know, real talk, they got a lot of cocaine over there because they grow on the side of a mountain in Colombia. So the drugs that's being pumped throughout the United States and Afghanistan, all of the cocaine in the damn world is coming from Colombia. And they getting fat over there. The Colombians is getting fat. And I think they got a few oil reserves and a couple other things that make them rich. You know?
And he shall yield royal dainties.
He shall yield royal dainties. Let me see what that is. Let me see what dainty is. Oh, dainties. Let me just see what that word is real quick. He shall yield royal dainty, something good to eat, a delicacy. Luxury, this is similar words. Delicacies, fancies, luxuries, confection. I think it's a luxury. He gonna yield royal luxuries. All right, that fit in the context because there's nothing more as far as what it's saying, delicacy. Anything can be considered a delicacy. If you hear delicacy, you might think that that's food. So the dainties is more of a luxury. They getting all kind of luxuries from the resources that they got over in Colombia. Yeah.
Verse 21.
Now these is curses. This is just because they getting fat off of bread, that does not mean that is a good thing. Remember, Genesis 49:1 said, Jacob called his sons and said, gather yourselves together that I may tell you that which may befall you in the last days. These is the things that curse them and plague them. Them being fat with bread does not mean that is that's not a good thing at all. The way Colombia is getting money right now. All right.
Verse 21. Naphtali, is a hand,
Uh-huh.
a hind let loose. He giveth goodly words.
So Naphtali is the Argentinians, and they a hind let loose. I think a hind is a dog. Let me see. All right, so a hind is especially of the body of a bodily part situated in the back posterior. Um, Similar words, back, rear, hindmost. This is your back area. The hind let loose. So if a part of your back, the hind leg, like your back, hind, all right, that's where I remember that is, your hind leg, that's your back leg. Really, if you a human, you know, you only got two pairs of legs, but your hind legs, if you an animal, them your back legs. You would have to crawl without your hind legs. If your back legs let loose, you would have to crawl and struggle, you know, and all they can see is your face and your arms. It's like you at the edge of your seat. You would have to crawl and struggle. You like a hind let loose. So the Argentinians, they might struggle, but they give godly words, but they struggling like a mug over there. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 22. Joseph is a fruitful bow, even a fruitful bow by a well, whose branches run over the wall.
Hold on. Oh, you overshadowed.
I'll go all the way up to 23.
All right, so Joseph, now, if you look at the 12 tribes chart, this is Genesis. Now, when you go to Revelations, you got a different set of tribes. You got Ephraim and Manasseh instead of Dan and Joseph in Genesis. Genesis 49 got Dan and Joseph in here. All right, towards the end of the book, when you go to Revelations, you got Ephraim and Manasseh. Dan is no longer a tribe. Joseph dies and splits his inheritance between his two children. That's how you get Ephraim and Manasseh. So Joseph is Ephraim and Manasseh, which are, Ephraim is the Puerto Ricans and Manasseh is the Cubans, the Puerto Ricans and Cubans. All right, so it says what again?
Joseph is a fruitful bow.
Joseph is a fruitful bow. Now the word bow, let's look that up, because you might be thinking, let's get that. Get the definition of bow here. Fruitful bow. A bow, a branch. Now that's what it is. A main branch. Apple bowls laden with bosom. That's the definition that they're giving us in the internet. Which they are fruitful bow. They are fruitful branch of Israel, of the family tree of Israel. They fruitful. You can't tell me that the Cubans and Puerto Ricans ain't fruitful. One of the first things that happened when Christopher Columbus came over here, he called them Puerto Ricans because they was rich by the port. That's called rich port. All right, that's why they called them that. Puerto Ricans, rich port. They had diamonds and sapphires and jewels, all kinds of wealth when they first came over here that they confiscated from the Puerto Ricans and Cubans. All right, and that's just what that is. They had ships also, a bunch of ships, you know, and that's just what it is. Go ahead.
even a fruitful bow by a well.
Fruitful bow by a well. You know, they just run over with with the wealth that they had. Now they got a lot of it confiscated, but again, it's certain stuff over there, man. Oil, and this is why they constantly get attacked. It's resources in these brothers' lands, and they get attacked constantly because of that, because of the fruitfulness that they got. They getting attacked constantly. Go ahead.
Whose branches run over the wall. Verse 23, the archers have sorely grieved him and shot at him and hated him.
His archers have sorely grieved him. Them colonizers that came over here constantly shot at them. Now, why is it even saying that? His archers, which is shooters. An archer is a person that got a bow that is shooting. He an archer. He a sharpshooter, a good shooter. The archers of Cubans and Puerto Ricans have shot at them over and over again, and these was the peaceful people that didn't even come in hatred towards the damn colonizers that came over here, but they were shot every day, nonetheless. Go ahead.
Cut on. That's it on that. We're gonna go ahead and get more in the Hebrew. We're gonna be starting at Genesis, chapter 49, and verse 24 in Hebrew. Watashah by a thun. Kushatwa, Wayapazah, Zarayah, Yadayawa, Mayadya, Abya'ar, Yaikwa, Masham, Raya, Iban, Yasha'ala, verse 25, Ma'al, Abya'ak, Wayazarak, Wa'a, Shadiah, Wayaba, Rayakya, Barakah, Shamyam, Ma'al, Marakah, Tahawam, Rabatazayah, Takata, Barakah, Shadyam, Rawakam, verse 26, Barayak, Abrayak, Gabraya, all, Barakah, Haraya, Id, Tawata, Gabaya, Awalam, Tahatayan, Larayash, Yawasa, Walaquad, Nazayar, Akyawa, verse 27, Bunyanyam, Za'ar, Yatara, Babakwa, Yakala, Ide, Walairab, Yakalakwa, Shalala, verse 28, Kal, Alaya, Shabbatya, Yasha Allah, Shanayam, Ashar, Yazayat, Ashar, Debar, Laham, Abyaham, Yababarak, Awatham, Ayash, Ashar, Rakath, Barak, Atham, verse 29. Wayata, Wayatazawa, Awatham, Wamar, Alahayim. You can get it. Anya, Nasapa, Al, Anya, Kabrara, Adya, Al, Abathya, Al, Hamara'ah, Ashar, Bashadah, Aparah, Ra'an, Hakathya. And that's up to verse 30 in the Hebrew. I'll go ahead and get it in the English. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 24 in the English. But his bow abode in strength, and the arms of his hands were made strong by the hands of the mighty God of Jacob.
Get it. You said his bow was made strong, right?
Mm-hmm.
His bow abode in strength. Fighting the Colombians and, not the Colombians, the Cubans and the Puerto Ricans, our bow abode in strength, man. Like the colonizer couldn't just take over us and completely destroy us. We still here. Go ahead.
And the arms of his hands were made strong by the hands of the mighty God of Jacob.
And the arms of his hands was made strong so that he was able to survive. The arms. What is your arm? Your weapon. You know? And the arms for real. The arms of him was strong. Like if you got weak arms and you got a bow, you're not going to be able to be successful at shooting anything and fighting back. His arms were strong, so he was able to continue to fight back until this day.
From thence is the shepherd, the stone of Israel.
From thence is the shepherd, the stone of Israel. I got to get a breakdown on that one.
All right. 25. Even by the God of thy father, who shall help thee, and by the Almighty, who shall bless thee with blessings of heaven above, blessings of the deep that lieth under, blessings of the breast and of the womb. 26. The blessings of thy father have prevailed above the blessings of my progenitors unto the utmost bound of the everlasting hills. They shall be on the head of Joseph and on the crown of the head of him that was separate from his brethren. Verse 27. Benjamin shall raven as a wolf.
Benjamin shall raven as a wolf. Benjamin is the West Indian. Benjamin shall raven as a wolf. Let's look up the word raven, because there's a lot of words like these. People don't know who they are. Know what they are. So, and I think, hold on. Raven, a large, heavily built crow. No, not that. Let me see. It's not talking about a bird. To devour greedily. It's talking about eat. That's what raven means, to eat. Men raving the earth, destroying its resources. So in order for them to eat or consume, they're going to consume like what? They're going to raven like what?
As a wolf.
As a wolf. The Benjamites, the West Indians, they eat in packs. They work together when it comes to being to consume. In order to eat, they work together. They come up with restaurants. They work as a team. They're not like the Negroes in America that everything got to everybody think they're a damn boss. Everybody think that Negroes don't work together. They don't work together like the Benjamites, the West Indians. West Indians work in packs, and they work together, and they're going to eat like wolves, and they're aggressive with it. Go ahead.
Count on one kind. In the morning, he shall devour the prey.
In the morning, he shall devour the prey. He get up early in the morning and get it. Go ahead.
And at night, he shall divide the spoil.
And at night, in the morning, they getting up, getting it. They preying on anything that they got to get. And then at nighttime, at the end of the day, they're going to divide the spoil and share. Because that's what wolves do.
And if I could, sir, to add on to your point, Commanding General Yohana is a Benjamite.
Commanding General Yohana is a Benjamite. At the end of the day.
Like, let me tell you, he go get that money. He go up in the morning, he go get it, and he share it with his nation.
Yeah, whatever he get from the Lord, he share it with us. Your pastor trying to get into heaven by himself. He don't share nothing with you. He wants your tithes, want this from you, want that from you. He's trying to get salvation on his own. Creflo Dollar want $1 million jet from his damn congregation so he can fly above his people. Commander General Yohana slept on the floor like his people. If it's anybody that think they've been up in the school and going through something hard, imagine sleeping on the floor and trying to run an entire school. But don't nobody know you sleeping on the floor. Commander General Yohana made sacrifices, and he worked with us. Worked with General Mahyman and General Mayak, even the elders that was before him. And then Shalom Yahweh Shabbat.
So basically, say that just to say, General Yohana, you know what I mean, brother's a Benjamite, and that brother, he goes, works hard, man. He goes and he get it, and you know what he do? He bring it back to the nation, Israel. You understand? And we go, and that's really what it is, man. Benjamites, they are very loyal. They're very loyal people. You understand? If they rock with you, they gonna make sure you eat with them. That's how Benjamite work. That's how so-called Jamaicans work. If they really rock with you, they are gonna be loyal to you, man, and they are gonna divide that spoil that they gathered through all that hard work, man. And they really about that work life.
And this is another thing. Wolves have brotherhood. These Commander General Hunter got brotherhood. That's what this school foundated on. If it ain't nothing else, this school foundated on brotherhood, which is the second law, the second most important law next to loving the Most High with all your heart, love your brother with all your heart. Commander General Hunter Benjamite, and he followed these things, that these characteristics that got us here to this day. Somebody else, like any of these other fake Israelite groups, somebody do something, man, they out of here. I mean, they gonna probably sit back and gossip and talk about the person. I done heard fake Israelite groups talk about how much gossip in their damn video that they got. I'm talking about high leaders in their group talking about this. This is the type of brotherhood that they got. In the ISUPK, we follow the law by the letter. That's what we taught. So, shout out to Commander General Hunter for that. And that's what we got. That's what the West Indians do. The West Indians go out as a pack and divide the spoil at the end of the day. That's what we're going to do, period. That's what we're going to do, period. That's it.
Another brother too, Captain Mashat. He's a Benjamite. That brother, he works real hard, man. You look at his camp, you look at his brotherhood,
right,
how he divide the spoil with them brothers, man. Them brothers are excellent that he raised up out there in D.C. Them brothers are excellent speakers. Them brothers are excellent at carrying themselves. They have good characteristics because of that brother. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. Verse 28. All these are the 12 tribes of Israel, and this is it, that their father spake unto them, and blessed them. Everyone according to his blessing, he blessed them. Verse 29. And he charged them, and he said unto them, I am to be gathered unto my people. Bury me with my fathers in the cave that is in the field of Ephron the Hittite.
So Joseph was telling them something before. All right, so let's go a little bit before what he just said. He charged them. No, it says all these are the 12 tribes of Israel. That it is that is it their father spake unto them. This is all of the stuff that Jacob spoke to the 12 sons of Israel, right? And it says, and blessed them, everyone according to his blessings, he blessed them. He blessed them and gave them a certain thing before he died at the midst of this talking. He gave them a certain blessing and everything that he wanted them to have. But at the same time, the stuff that you read in Genesis chapter 1 is talking about the things that shall befall them at the end of the day. So, while he's talking to his 12 sons, he gave them a blessing and he let them, basically letting them know he getting ready to pass away, and he telling them where to bury them at. Go ahead.
Got him with God. And he charged them and said unto them, I am to be gathered unto my people.
He said he is to be gathered unto his people. Now, Jacob is to be gathered to his people. Go ahead.
Karamakam, bury me with my fathers in a cave that is in the field of Ephron the Hittite.
That's what he's saying. He's saying, I need to be with my people. Gather me where the same cave that everybody else was buried at. Moses, I think this is the same cave. Hold on, let me see. Bury me with my fathers of the Ephraim, the Hittite. Go ahead.
That's it on that, sir. And we're gonna
the
definitely
cave that is in the field of Maccabees. All right, we'll go ahead and that was the last verse. We're gonna go ahead and conclude the class.
kind of. And before that, if I could, sir, just to add, Jacob said he need to be buried. You know what I'm saying, and be around his people. That right there shows you, you know what I'm saying, the false fallacies of Christianity. Christianity tell you to love everybody. The agenda of America and the whole widespread, you know what I mean, they want you to be with everybody, and they want you to have this little notion in your mind that everybody's supposed to be equal and we all supposed to be gathered together. You don't see Arabs gathering with black people. You don't see Chinese people gathering with black people. You don't see none of those other little races gathering with black people. Is the only ones psychologically damaged enough to really think we all supposed to gather together. That's why it's important, man, that we push this truth. All right. Maju. One second, bro. And then you want to raise your hand before you even speak and all that during the... La Yasha Allah.
Charlotte.
We're going to take the scroll. We're going to salute it. All right. Sorry.
Y'all about Shimmy, y'all hold up on Salaki. Y'all about Shimmy, y'all Shabarak, yeah.
Yahaba Shimi al Shabrak, yeah.
Yahba Shem Yahweh Shabarak.
Oh, it's like my bad. Domus mean to face the east. Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemaya. Kodash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakuka. Taba'ah. Ratazaka. Hayah. Ashah. Ba'arataza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashemaya. Nathalanawa. Lakam. Cab. Yawam. Wasalak Kabawap now. Kasalak now. Kabawap now. Wala'a. Tabi'a now. Banasana one. The ball. Awsha now. Mayam. Ra. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Waha'ala. Wata'aparat. La'awalamyum. Aman.
Lord's Prayer in English, our Father.
Our Father,
Which art in heaven.
which art in heaven.
Hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh. Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth. As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
And forgive us of our debts.
And forgive us of our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not.
And lead us not
into temptation.
but
deliver us from evil.
From evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever. So be.
So be it. Gosh, the power in the Hebrew, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Baruch Bashar.
Baruch Bashar.
The Thalanaw.
The Thalanaw.
Akach.
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 Larba'ah.
Larba'ah.
Kalmakalah.
Kalmakalah.
Wakalmanawa.
Kalmanawa.
Akach.
Akach.
Latahar.
Latahar.
Matazari.
Matazari.
Akach.
Akach.
Lahakwayam.
Lahakwayam.
Amati.
Amati.
Akach.
Akach.
Arakawa.
Arakawa.
Hakama'ala.
Hakama'ala.
Garshan.
Garshan.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Tawad Aman.
Tawad Aman. Because the power in English, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal.
The power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the leper.
The power to cleanse the leper.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. Blessings. In the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh Yahushua.
Barakatah Yahweh Yahushua.
Wa Ma'aka Allah.
Wa Ma'aka Allah.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Matazabia.
Matazabia.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawap Yahana.
Ha Alawapyam.
Ha Alawapyam.
Asaranyam.
Asaranyam.
Akwadazanyam.
Akwadazanyam.
Akakoyam.
Akakoyam.
Wa Akwatyam.
Wa Akwatyam.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Tawad Aman.
Tawad Aman. Blessings in English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushua.
And Yahushua.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yahana.
Commanding General Yahana.
The general.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. Psalms 121. The Hebrew. Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Al-Hahariya.
Al-Hahariya.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Azariah.
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 Ma'an.
Ma'an.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ashah.
Ashah.
Shemaiah.
Shemaiah.
Wa'aratazah.
Wa'aratazah.
Al-Yathan.
Al-Yathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shemarka.
Shemarka.
Hanat.
Hanat.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yasha'ala.
Yasha'ala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shemarka.
Shemarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazarka.
Tazarka.
Al-Yah.
Al-Yah.
Yamyanka.
Yamyanka.
Yawamah.
Yawamah.
Hashemash.
Hashemash.
La'ayakaka.
La'ayakaka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Bayayela.
Bayayela.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashemarka.
Yashemarka.
Makarai.
Makarai.
Yashemar.
Yashemar.
Atnapashka.
Atnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashemar.
Yashemar.
Taza'atka.
Taza'atka.
Wabu'atka.
Wa'atka.
Ma'atha.
Ma'atha.
Wa'ayin Awalam.
Wa'ayin Awalam. Psalms 121 in English. I will lift up my eyes.
I will lift up my eyes
unto the hills.
to the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee.
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold.
Behold.
He that keepeth Yashael.
He that keepeth
shall
Yashael
neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all evil.
From all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth.
And even forevermore.
And even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Adamayalika.
Adamayalika.
Altakaraj.
Altakaraj.
Altashakwat.
Shaqua,
Ab, Kayak,
Kayak,
Anak,
Anak,
our Yabdika,
our Yabi,
Yahamayawan,
Yahamayawan,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Al-Aimaka,
Al-Aimaka,
Ya'arim Yamwat,
Ya'irum Yuwa,
Sawadat,
Sawadat,
Oyataya Tazawa,
Wayataya Atazu,
Altaza Puanyaka,
Altaza Puanyika,
Amaru,
Amaru,
Lakawat,
Lakawa,
Wanakakina,
Wanakakina,
Magoya,
Magoya,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yazakar,
Yazakar,
Shem Yashala,
Shem Yashal,
Awadat,
Awadat,
Kayak,
Kayak,
Nawatazawa,
Nawa Atazu,
Labat,
Labat,
Yakadwa,
Yakadwa,
Ayaka,
Ayaka,
Baya,
Arya,
Yakaratwa,
Yakarat,
Alahaya,
Alawai,
Alawam, Baya Shemai,
Bayashimai,
Alahayam,
Alahaya,
Mawa'aba,
Ma'ab,
Wahagaria,
Wahagari,
Gabor,
Gabor,
Wa'amawan,
Wa'amawan,
Wa'amalak,
Wa'amalak,
Palashah,
Palashah,
Amyashabi,
Amyashabi,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Yam Ashawar,
Amashawar,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Imam,
Amam,
Ayawa,
Ayawa,
Zarawa,
Zarawa,
Labaya Lawa,
Labaya Lawa,
Salat,
Salat,
Ashab,
Ashab,
Laham,
Laham,
Kamadyan,
Kamadyan,
Kasayasara'a,
Kasayasara'a,
Kayabyan,
Kayabyan,
Banakar,
Banakar,
Koyashwan,
Koyashwan,
Nashamadwa,
Nashimad,
Ba'ayandara'a,
Ba'ayandara'a,
Ayawa,
Ayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
La'adama,
La'adam,
Shayatamu,
Shayatamu,
Narayatmawa,
Narayatmawa,
Ka'ira,
Ayara,
Wakaza'abu,
Wakaza'ab,
Wakazabak,
Wakazabak,
Wakazazar,
Wakazal,
Mana'ai,
Mana'ai,
Kal Nasi Kamwa,
Kayanasi Kamu,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amaru,
Amor,
Nair Rashad,
Nair Rashad,
Nanawa,
Manawa,
Ah, Na'awa,
Na'awa,
Alahayam, Alahayam,
Alahayam,
Shayatamu,
Shayatamu,
Kagagala,
Kagagi,
Kakwash,
Kakwa,
Lapaya Rabaka,
Lapaya Rabaka,
Ka'ach,
Ka'ach,
Taba Ira Ira,
Dabi Ari Ari,
Wakalahaba,
Wakalahab,
Talahat,
Talahat,
Aryam,
Ariyam,
Kathir Datman,
Kanter Dak,
Basa Ira,
Basa Ari,
Wabasad,
Wabasa,
Wapatka,
Wapaka,
Taba Halam,
Dabahalam,
Mala'a,
Mala'a,
Panyaham,
Paliyaham,
Kwalawan,
Kwalawan,
Waibakwash,
Waibakwash,
Shamka,
Shunka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yabashwa,
Yubash,
Waibahawa,
Waibahawa,
Aya Ai,
Aya Ai,
Waikaparo,
Waikapar,
Wayabadwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayada'adwa,
Wayada'ai,
Kayata,
Kayata,
Shamka,
Shanka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Labatka,
Levaka,
Ayawan,
Ayawan,
Alkahar Rataza,
Alcohol Raptiza,
in English. Keep not thy silence,
Keep not outside,
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
hold not thy peace,
hold not thy peace,
and be not still,
be not still,
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
for lo,
lo,
thy enemies make a tumble,
thy enemies make a tumble,
and they that hate thee
and they that hate thee,
have lifted up the head,
and lift up the
they
head,
have taken crafty counsel
they are taking crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy
against thy people,
and consulted against thy hidden.
and consulted against thy hidden.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
let us cut them off
let us cut them off,
from being a nation.
be the nation,
The name of Yasha'Allah
that the name of Yahshua
may be no more remembered.
may be no more remembered.
They have consulted together
They have consulted together
with one consent.
with 1%.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against
The
thee.
tabernacles of Edom,
The tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites,
and the Ishmaelites,
Moab,
Moab,
and Hagarenes,
and Hagarenes,
Gabor,
Gabor,
and Ammon,
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and
the
Amalek,
Philistines,
the Philistines,
the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur also is joined with them.
Ashur also is joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have opened the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah,
do unto them
do unto them
as unto the
as
Midianites,
to the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Japin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Kaisan,
as the brook of Kaisan,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a red,
Make their nobles like Oreb,
like Z,
and like Z.
Yea,
Yea,
are the princes,
all the princes,
as Zeba,
as Zeba,
and as Almunah,
and as Almunah,
who said,
who said,
Let us take to ourselves
let us take to ourselves
the houses of Yahweh in possession.
the houses of Yahweh in possession.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a will,
as a stubble before the wind,
as the stubble before the wind,
and as a fire burning wood,
as the fire burning the wood,
and as the flame set up the mountains on fire.
as the flame sets the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
So persecute them
with thy tempest,
with thy temper,
and make them afraid
and make them afraid
with thy storm,
with thy storm,
and fill their faces with shame,
for their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded,
let them be found
in trouble forever.
In trouble forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame,
let them be put to shame,
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that they may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is
are
Yahweh,
the most high
are the most high
over all the earth.
over all the earth.
So, anybody want to be anointed? Most high Right.
Yabaraki Yahweh.
Yabaraki Yahweh.
Wayashamarka.
Wayashamarka.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Penyawa.
Penyawa.
Aliyaka.
Aliyaka.
Wayakanka.
Wayakanka.
Yashai Yahweh.
Yashai Yahweh.
Penyawa.
Penyawa.
Aliyaka.
Aliyaka.
Wayashamlaka.
Wayashamlaka.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Shah.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Magun.
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 Nathan Award.
Nathan Award.
Nathan Award.
Nathan Award.
Nathan Award.
Nathan Award.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah.
The Wada Aman.
Wada Aman. Don't sound like Christ. I Majim. Majim Shabbat. I Majim. Barak. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Barakatah. Yajmatah. Dismiss.